climate has become more important to me than day-to-day weather forecasting. This is Hurricane's Eye on Climate. The hockey stick is a fact.
What a play! What a goal!
Everyone's going to agree about what a hockey stick looks like, even if you don't like the sport. But the term hockey stick in science is a totally different animal, and it sparked loud and even angry arguments for decades. It's perhaps the iconic graphic in climate science, and for some reason, the most controversial. The original paper from way back in 1999 from Michael Mann, plus some other names that were quickly forgotten, the United Nations, IPCC, featured that graphic, without the actual picture of the hockey stick, in their third assessment in 2001. The simplicity of the basic hockey stick makes it clear to even casual viewers that the current climate is significantly warmer than at any other time in the past 1,000 years. That's true even with the relatively large ranges that's in gray on the graphic, up until 1900 or so. The backlash was almost immediate as the skeptic community of a few climate contrarians and loud but non-scientist media and social media went, well, the only term I can think of is they went out of their minds. I think this is where the climate scientists' death threats start. Ask Mann, who became instantly world famous and instantly the top target of the climate denial sphere. He wrote a popular book about his findings and how his life suddenly changed.
I sort of found myself reluctantly at the center of the larger, very contentious debate over human-caused climate change.
The book was appropriately titled The Hockey Stick and the Climate Wars. Yeah, instrument records only go back about 150 years, but there's a subject called paleoclimatology that uses tree rings, ice cores, and sediment cores, called proxies, plus other historical records. That specialized branch of science first emerged in the
1800s.
And became able to more precisely assess past climates in the second half of the 20th century. But many non-scientists likely have never heard of paleoclimatology, let alone that it was a respectable part of science. Why it's a fact? Reproduce it again and again. Any iconic graphic, such as the hockey stick, needs to be reviewed for accuracy by other climate scientists. So they did. Again and again and again. There were more than 24 published studies that confirmed it. Now, there wasn't absolute agreement. That would be suspicious. But the basic conclusion was confirmed time after time. In fact, the time period was extended back to 2,000 years, as this graphic shows. Yet, a significant part of the U.S. population still believes that it was proven wrong. The criticism reached millions of people, over and over, to the point that an amazing number of people are sure it was bogus. They're wrong. It's fact. The only correction that may be needed soon is to replace a hockey stick with a boomerang, since the warming part of the stick keeps rising. And that is Hurricane's Eye on Climate.